We normally don't get this many visitors, so congratulations and thank you for joining us today. Very, very special agenda and purpose of our meeting today. I'm going to go ahead and call our meeting to order at 6:07 p.m. for our Wiseman Unified School District Board meeting of Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. Thank you and welcome, everyone. Wendy, would you please go ahead and take roll call?
Mr. Martinez.
Present.
Present. Ms. Cappy.
Present.
Ben Willows.
Present. Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the agenda? And I do have some comments, so I'll go ahead and state what we'd like to do today. Is there a motion to approve the agenda by moving item 5, which is comments from the public, to after our very special presentations today and recognitions, as well as pulling items 11.2, 11.3, and 11.7. These are all related to the SLC relocation project. Is there a motion?
Second.
Thank you. Motion from Nelson, second from Rebecca. Did I miss another one?
2, 3, and 11, 7.
6-3.
Thank you. Nelson, we are pulling item 6.3 as well for the special presentation of the annual local indicator. So we will have 2 presentations today instead of 3. So move.
Yep, so moved.
Thank you, Nelson. Second from Rebecca. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. Motion carries 4-0. I love hearing small voices. I know you can all hear it, but it's awesome. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Blake, I'm going to turn this over to you for item 6.1 to present our longevity honorees.
Sure, thank you. First, I want to say that just last Wednesday, we had an opportunity to celebrate our staff, celebrate our longevity honorees, or recognize our longevity honorees. We like to do it when the whole staff comes together, but this is an opportunity publicly to be able to recognize our staff that have been here with us. And so that first item here is our longevity. We have other recognitions today that are on our agenda. We'll just take those. But just for this one, just really excited to be able to share the moment. So we're going to turn over to Nisha and we'll call people up and take pictures and all of those things. So I'm excited for that.
Good evening, everyone. Favorite meeting of the year that we get to celebrate our longevity honorees, our retirees, our employees of the year. So it's an exciting time for us. We will first start with our retirees. And if I can have Lisa Woolberg come up, she would like to speak about her retirees first.
Button. Thank you to the board. Take 2. That's the joy of going first. I did prepare just a few words, although they are certainly inadequate to express our value and appreciation for the retirees we have this year at Holly Glen. We're so lucky that we have so many long-term teachers, and it really is what makes our school feel so close and so much like a team. So the first of our retirees, Liza Huff, wished she could be here this evening, but was unable. But I still wanted to say a few things about her. When we think of Miss Huff, one of the things that stands out to me is the tremendous way that she infuses art and nature into her classroom. I have cards that are hand-painted watercolors from Liza that I will treasure forever, and I keep on my walls. She is someone who was a begrudging technology guru, and she would laugh if she heard me saying that because she fiercely said she would never learn Google, and now she is using her interactive whiteboard with the best of them, and we get a good chuckle. And I think that shows her willingness to grow and her constant commitment to the students in her classroom. She always goes above and beyond, always challenging herself. And she will just be tremendously missed at Holly Glen. And she's an adventurer, and we're all looking forward to seeing where the road leads her next. And we hope she keeps us posted and that we get lots of postcards from Mrs. Huff. So just will miss her tremendously. Our next retiree is here with us this evening, Miss Deidre Jeffrey. And yes. And Miss Jeffrey has shared her wealth of knowledge and experience with just hundreds and hundreds of children, creating a warm and loving first learning experience for so many that we know truly lasted them a lifetime. And we know not only was she a constant presence of love to the students in her class, but also to her colleagues, her sisters. And I wanted to share I got a lot of amazing feedback about what Deidre means to so many, and I know it will be shared with her over the next month, but I wanted to share just a few words from her colleagues. They called Deidre a guiding light. They said that she has wisdom beyond her years. She sees each student as an individual and meets them where they are. With just a glance, she can bring us to tears laughing or bring us to quick attention, because she has, I've seen them both in equal power. And Deidre, her retirement is a loss, but we are so happy that she is also stepping into her next adventure. We'll always remember her. We have had our Mardi Gras parades, thankful to the tradition that Miss Jeffrey has shared at our school, with our kindergartners parading around the yard like the kings and queens of New Orleans every year. And it's a tradition we hope will continue even once she has retired. About both of our retirees, I just wanted to say that in my reflecting on both Liza and on Deidre, the thing that stands out to me the most is that even as they approach retirement, they never, ever stopped learning and growing, either of them. They were joining Coatson and learning Writers Workshop and learning interactive whiteboards and being willing to welcome students into their class who they knew would mean extra support and extra time and learning. And I think it's really a testament to our teachers in Weisburn that they are always also learners, and they never stopped growing all the way right into retirement. And I really take that personally as inspiration as well. So in conclusion, there's a song that kindergarten shares with one another, and that I think Miss Jeffrey was the first ever to share with me, actually. That's called "I Think You're Wonderful," that they sing. And I just wanted to conclude with a few lines. When each one of us feels important inside, loving and giving and glad we're alive, oh, what a difference we'll make in each day. And all because someone decided to say, I think you're wonderful. Congratulations, Ms. Jeffrey.
Deidre, if you can come on up, we've got some gifts for you, and board members, please join us for a picture.
Before we move on to our next honoree, let's get something in our agenda. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Nelson, as he so kindly pointed out, would you please lead us in the pledge? Please go ahead.
While we're standing.
Hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
Thank you, Nelson.
I'd like to call Ms. Summer Graves up. She has a few words to say about our next retiree, Margaret Peg Patterson from Aviation Elementary.
Thank you. And thanks for this opportunity to share some thoughts about Peg. She wasn't able to attend tonight and wishes she could have. But I just want to take a moment to share with you some wonderful experiences with Peg. She's been with us for nearly 25 years. She's a constant strength and kindness and has tons of dedication to our students. And I feel very fortunate because before I became principal, I was able to work with her in my 5th grade classroom. And she was one of my aides supporting my students. And it was great to see firsthand her care and her commitment to all of our students in the classroom and also out at recess and at lunchtime, and the dedication that she gave out there, helping things to run smoothly and being a calm force on our campus as well. She also made our holidays a whole lot sweeter with her incredible truffles that we will greatly miss as well, something that our whole staff enjoyed. So I just want to wish her a very happy, relaxing retirement as she goes into her next adventures.
All right, our next set of honorees are those employees that have worked in Wiseburn for 10 years. I will be calling you all up after your name is called. If you can come on up, we'll do a group picture and you will also receive your 10-year pin. Starting with Alvin Alvarez from Wiseburn Middle School, Adriana Casas from preschool, Karen Shapkani, Jesus de Jesus, Linda Dominetta, Daniel Espinoza, Luis Gomez, Nick Gaitlin, Toby Harwell, Patty Mogenaire, Monica Rios, Kat Ruvalcava, and Elvira Spadafora. And Deborah Garcia, Success Learning Center. Do you guys want to get in there? Dan, you're going to get your thigh workout. I told you guys to get your smiles ready.
We're going to stay over here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
All right, our next set of honorees have served Wiseburn for 15 years. Carlos Garibay from the maintenance shop, Scott Nguyen, Wiseburn Middle School, Ted Okazinski, Wiseburn Middle School, Carrie Wilmington, Holly Glenn. Next, for 20 years of service, Fernanda Fuentes, food service at Aviation, and Liza Huff from Holly Glen. All right. The next set of folks we have for 25 years of service, we have a special gift for you as well. If we can have Glaffy Carr, Del Air Elementary School. And Todd Husveka from Maintenance in the Shop area.
I can just do it. Then we get to honor some of our, I guess there were, 25 years is a long time. But now we're moving to 30 years. And so I just want to say a few things. We're here to honor Liza Downer today. It's really an honor to be able to just say a few words about Liza. Is, kids love Liza. And when you walk in her classroom, it's just very clear that can you all hear me okay? Sorry, it's very clear that the students are engaged, not just in the material, but just engaged with the teacher and engaged with each other. But that's just a really reflection of the work that Liza does every day with the students. Had a pleasure to work with Liza as the WFA president for many years, both as a middle school administrator and then in my first many years as a superintendent. And I just want to say that the ability for Liza to be a problem solver, to find win-wins, to compromise, and just to work through issues was really second to none. So, I think she made it a better place for us to work. I was going to say live. We don't live here, but made it a better place for us to work. And when it's a better place for people to work, it's a better place for kids to learn. So I just want to thank you, Liza. Congratulations. It's always a pleasure.
Congratulations. No, nice to meet you.
All right, and now we are on to 40 years. And rumor has it may be more than 40 years. I heard that maybe our math is off a little bit, so we're going to work on that. But it definitely, it may or may not be more than 40 years. But today we're going to celebrate Chio for her 40 years of service at Del Air and for the district. Chio, you may want to start walking up now just because I want you to be a little embarrassed as I talk about you. No, I'm just kidding. A few things yes. I want to note a few things. When you walk through the door or try to get through the door when it's locked at Del Air, the first person to greet you literally every time is Chio. She walks out of the health center, walks to the front, and always asks how the day is going. And I say that just to say that how special is that for a kid? I mean, obviously an adult, special for an adult, but how special is it more for a kid that they have someone that is going to greet them every day, that's going to approach them, that's going to ask how they're doing, that's going to fix them when they're hurt, that's going to care for them when they need somebody to care for them when they're at work or at school, sorry. And that's just a treasure. It's a treasure to the district. It's a treasure, for me personally, to be able to walk in and have a joke or share a joke with Chio. And she always gives me a hard time, but I love it. And just want to say we're definitely a better place because of Chio. The district's a better place because of Chio, and the kids' experience is a better experience because of her. So thank you, Chio. Congratulations. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Yes.
I just wanted to say one word, Miss Chio was here when I was here.
That's how we know it's more than 40 years.
All right. Moving on to the next part of our celebrations, we are very excited to have honorees that we get to recognize today. First, I'm going to call up Kim Jones to introduce Marissa Larson.
All right, thank you. I'm very excited tonight to be able to honor and recognize Marissa Larson, who is a special educator at Aviation Elementary. She was recognized by our Southwest SELPA, which supports all of our neighboring districts, as a Community Advisory Committee Award winner for the work she does to support inclusive practices in our schools. And so we wanted to take a moment to recognize her in our district. She is a full-on team player. She's a part of COTSN, her school leadership team, and she really strives to make sure all kids can succeed. And so congratulations to Marissa on this award. Marissa Larson is an amazing educator, inclusion specialist, education specialist, and is an advocate for all of our kids. She is warm, engaging. She finds ways to connect with students at all different levels. She collaborates, a lifelong learner. She continues to stretch herself in her professional career by engaging in lots of outside curriculum and support resources. She is a leader within the school. I kind of said it already.
Everybody look at Tony.
Leadership team. And part of COTSN. Marissa is always willing to put her best foot forward, pushes herself professionally, and engages with the entire school community, teachers, students, and staff to support all of our kids.
Marissa is one of our exceptional education specialists at Aviation. This year, she's working primarily with our third graders, but that does not prevent her from working with all students at our school. She does a great job of creating an inclusive and dynamic learning environment and empowers her students to use all the tools and strategies that they have to be the very best that they can be.
Marissa Larson is a wonderful, wonderful special educator, wonderful educator, in general. Her ability to meet students where they are, to be able to adapt curriculum, to be able to provide guidance and support to teachers, to support students is critical. And I think that's the most important part of this, is that it's always about the student. It's always about student needs. It's about expectations that she has, these high expectations that she has for student achievement. Her ability to look at systems. She's always looking for ways to better our practices as it relates to our special education program, whether it be programs to help solidify goals, her ability to promote inclusivity, inclusive practices across our district. Being that leader in that area and a lead and a connection for teachers is really important. So I'm really happy and excited and congratulate Marissa for her recognition as a CAC award winner this year.
Marissa, if you can come on up for a picture.
Photo op.
You knew that was going to happen. But you got your hair done special for us. I just had to, stand up.
A new award we have this year is our Engage, Empower, Elevate Award. And I would like to have Kim say a few words about Brandon Herrera.
All right. Well, I'm very excited. This was a surprise for, I think, everyone this time around, and thrilled that our inaugural Engage, Empower, Elevate Award is going to Brandon Herrera. He's literally the first text I get every morning. So we're always planning bright and early to make sure that our students are supported and they have what they need. I can't express to you the behind the scenes work that happens on a day-to-day basis with Brandon, ensuring that our kids are supported, that teachers are supported. It's truly something that is empowering, and it makes all of us better. So Brandon, congratulations.
Brandon is always just an email away, and his prompt responses never go unnoticed. His thoroughness and clarity during IEP meetings makes such a difference, especially in how he communicates important information to families. Despite the challenges of his role, he consistently shows up with a calm and can-do attitude. His support for teachers is truly extraordinary. Thank you so much, Brandon.
I cannot think of anyone more deserving of district-wide recognition than our wonderful BCBA, Brandon Herrera. He is a team player through and through, consistently runs around, flies around this district like a superhero, helping our students, our staff, and this greater school as a whole. He does it with kindness, a smile, professionalism, and true dedication to ensure all students are treated with dignity and respect. Brandon, you are a true gift for our district and for our team, and I congratulate you on this recognition.
Brandon is amazing. I've known him when he started. He took a little break, came back, and has been rocking it with the kiddos. He's so knowledgeable. He's very detail oriented, and he serves so many kids here and they love him. I have a couple of guests that want to say stuff about him. What are you going to say?
He's awesome. He's cool.
I had the privilege of first working with Brandon at Holly Glen, where we were supporting some of our littlest learners. Even then, it was clear that Brandon brought not only deep knowledge and skill to his work, but also a tremendous heart. Since those early days, I watched Brandon grow into a calm, trusted, and unwavering presence in our school communities. His ability to support students through thoughtful, individualized strategies and to empower teachers and staff with the tools and confidence they need is remarkable. Brandon helps us build a school where every student is seen, supported, and given the chance to succeed. Congratulations, Brandon.
I'm real excited to
Brandon is always just an email away, and his prompt responses never go unnoticed. His thoroughness and clarity. Brandon is always just an email.
Blake, we could just go live.
Live version. He's gonna go.
Brandon, you want to come on up for a picture? All right. So you can.
Brandon is always just an email away, and his prompt responses never go unnoticed.
Doesn't like Danielle.
I'm thinking. Oh, are we going to just keep moving here? Okay, that's good. Yeah. No.
Actually, Brandon provides services to my own kid, and so I just want to say thank you.
The next honoree is going to be our classified employee of the year, who has been with us for quite some time. I think he was recognized today.
Yeah.
10 years. 10 years ago that he sat in an interview with us, and we were super excited to be able to bring him on at the middle school. He's known at the park. He's known at the library. He's known on the corner of 135th and ISIS. He's known as a security guard, as a crossing guard, I think as a librarian, and all of the things. But, you know, I just want to share that someone who's an absolute team player. Danny, are you here? I know I saw you. Oh, hey, Danny, that's right. Come on up, Danny. Yeah. You know, one of the things when you're a campus supervisor, particularly at a middle school and probably a high school, but you know, from frame of reference at a middle school, just the number of the hats that you wear, the different hats that you wear, the requests, the asks, the watching the playground or watching the bathroom or watching the lunch lines, or again, as I said, you know, going down the block to the park or to the library. Is just really critical, and Danny's ability to do that, to multitask, is really important. But you know, more so, I want to talk a little bit about relationships. Relationships are just really integral when you're in that type of position, and you need to, you know, you're relating to kids, to young adults, kind of at that point. They think they're young adults in middle school, you know, and your ability to relate to them, to wish. Not to wish, to expect the best from them, you know, to really be that a gift to them as a role model, as a mentor, as a soccer coach, as Danny has been over the years, really takes a special person, and it takes a person that's dedicated, and that truly loves kids. So it's really a pleasure today to welcome Danny here, to recognize Danny here for his recognition. Congrats. Are we going to give this a shot, Tony? Yeah? We're going to go. Okay.
Danny is special because he connects with kids in a really special way. He goes out of his way to know our students. Students are really comfortable with him, and he will oftentimes come to us as administrators to say a student shared something, or even more impressive is he knows when a student is having an off day, and he will let us know and ask us to check in.
I've had the privilege of working with Mr. Daniel and have been able to see how dedicated and committed he is to our students. He is hardworking, he's well respected by students and staff, and is always willing to go the extra mile. We've worked together to brainstorm ways to be able to support students outside of school at the library and park, and he was willing to dedicate his time even beyond his work hours to support students in those areas, and the benefits of his support and his dedication are very, very clear with our students.
Mr. Daniel or Danny is the
Hey, we're all right, Tony. We'll just figure it out for next time.
All right, sounds good.
Next year.
next year.
And now to introduce our certificated employee of the year and our recommendation to the LA County Office of Education as our teacher of the year, I'm going to call up Maggie Mayberry.
I am so excited to announce Ms. Gina Stern, fifth grade aviation teacher, as our credentialed teacher of the year. Welcome to the Toy Club. It is a fun one to be a part of. And now she's out to some busy writing just to showcase how amazing she is and talking about all the things that she's done at aviation and beyond in the community. I know you've had quite a week, Dina, so here you get to go and celebrate again. Her family has had so many celebrations, and you get to just put the icing on the cake for all of them. So thank you for all that you do for our kiddos here.
Our next presentation, we also have a very special presentation, and it is to honor a trustee that has served in the district as a board member for 20 years. We do have a special guest that's going to be making some comments, and I will go ahead and reserve my comments to after the presentation and comments by Dr. Don Brand. So Dr. Brand, if you could please come up.
Thank you, Roger. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be here tonight. And I think I'm here on the right night since it's all about longevity. And Shio's still here, really? Wow. I told her, 15, 16 years ago to go home, but didn't listen. Well, yeah. I've worked a lot around the history of the district from its start in 1896 till it ended in 2014. We collaborated on the book about all that. And in so doing, I made some notes about how things went over what's now been over 129 years, combining the two districts, Wiseburn School District and Wiseburn Elementary School District. That preceded it, 129 years. Your 130th birthday will be in March of 2026. In that time, there have been 7 superintendents of the district, only 7 superintendents. Isn't that amazing? The first one was in 1949 when Don Smith was named superintendent. Before that, they just had like a lead teacher, et cetera, in the beginning decades. 2 of those superintendents, Dr. Blake and Dr. Tom Johnstone, served in both districts. And there have been 83 trustees in that 129 years, only 83 trustees, because one of the key success components of this district is longevity and the commitment to the role, not an expectation to use it as a stepping stone to go to the next place. People have really committed here. And I think that stability is a key factor in the success of the district over 13 decades. So tonight, Nelson Martinez joins a group of only 6 others who've worked on the board over 20 years. He achieved that in March of this year. And he was preceded by Adolph Lusinger, Lusinger High School, over on Rosecrans. He was the first one to get in the 20 years. He was here in 1896 when it started. He saved the district by agreeing to provide land, a building, and pay the teacher's salary when the county superintendent was going to close Wiseburn down because of lack of enrollment. And one interesting thing about him as I researched him, this is just amazing to me. I don't know if there's any other case in America. He never attended a day of school. Never attended. I assume he could read because he would have had a lot of paperwork coming through here. He never attended a day of school. Not amazing? And he got a high school named after him. Don't tell the kids. Also getting 20 years, Walt Guerrero is actually longer on the board than anybody, like 33 years. Ron Nathanson, 31 years. Dick Wilson, over 20 years, can't remember exactly how many. At one time, when I was superintendent here, I had all 3 of them on the board at the same time for a while. That was a lot of seniority and a lot of advice, right? And then, Dennis Curtis, 20 years, was down here 2 or 3 years ago to honor Israel Mora for his 20 years. And now tonight, Nelson, who's achieved this, and it's no small thing, as you can tell, when you think about those trustees and to last that long, and it's more difficult than ever nowadays in this role. So I've been here, my wife and I came here in 1953. I was in the third grade and she was in the second. And we weren't married then. They had laws against it. We started dating when we went to Hawthorne High School. And there were some kids in our class at Hawthorne that had an innovative and successful way to get out of going to Hawthorne High School. The way they did it was unique. They formed a rock and roll group, and they left school on tour in 1962 as the Beach Boys. Okay? That's what Hawthorne High is remembered for, nothing that Sari and I did there. But they're still out there. I noticed week before last they were playing at the Beach Fest in Redondo Beach, right? Some of the same people. So that was pretty nice. But a lot of heritage here of public service that has helped so many. It's really how you touch the future when you commit your career to young people and then see what happens down the line. And so you see people here with as much as 40 years of service. I don't know what all that service added up to, but it's over 100 years, I'm sure, tonight that you recognize. So I just wanted to come down here in person and thank you, Nelson, for your service to the community. I was with him on March of 2005 when he was preparing to interview for an appointment to the board. There were about half a dozen people trying to get that appointment, and he got it, and he's still here. Okay? I mean, that's pretty amazing. So I don't know if you want to say anything in your own defense, but thank you for your service to the community and keep it going like Chio is. So maybe not that much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brand. I also want to say a few words with regards to Nelson's service. I'd like to just share with everyone and remind folks that as you see us here in terms of the trustees for the board, we're all members of the district. Meaning we all live in the community, may it be in Holly Glen, Wiseburn, at Del Air, 360 now as well. We all have kids that have attended. Most of us have had kids that have attended the district here. It's an absolute wonderful place to be. It's a pleasure to be here. The commitment that Nelson has specifically made to the community for 20 years being on the board, it actually goes even before that because he was a student here, and he is the person that is questioning the math, in case everyone was questioning here with regards to Chio, in terms of how long she's been here with us at the district. Nelson actually knows the answer to that, but he won't tell us. So, but I wanted to say thank you, Nelson, for your incredible service here on the board and being such a wonderful community member as well, and helping us all collectively raise our children and our students within our community, but also in our school district. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your time. Any other comments before I turn it over to Nelson?
I'd like to make one. Is
Sure.
that okay? So, one thing that Nelson, he's not going to like, I'm sharing this, but I'm going to share it anyway. He actually said he's going to go for 40 years. And he wants to, he's hoping to surpass everybody on the list that Dr. Brand just shared. So look forward to that, Nelson. Look forward to that. No, but I do want to say that despite that, your service is truly amazing. Your ability to be a mentor, to be a voice, being someone who really is an advocate for the community and for the kids, is really remarkable. And the day that you're not on the board is going to be a day that's going to be a sad day. Your service it's solid, it's sure-footed, and just really appreciate the time that you've spent with me, and I'm sure with those that were before me, to make this district the best it could be. So thank you, Nelson.
Nelson.
Thank you, Roger.
First of all, I want to thank Don for the recognition. Being recognized by you as a former Wiseburn USD superintendent and alum, pretty special. So thank you. Thank you for that. I also just want to share with the community, I am the lucky one. I am the one that's very grateful. Serving on this board has been one of the greatest honors of my lifetime. And I have the privilege and opportunity to work with wonderful colleagues, past and present. Obviously, it's been 20 years, right? And, you know, I've had the opportunity to work with inspiring leaders like Don, Tom, and now Blake, and working with a dedicated cabinet and the real heroes, which you heard tonight, right? Our dedicated staff and teachers. That's why I moved into the district. And I wanted my kids here in this district. And you heard the special stories tonight. That's what it's about. It's people that really care. That's what drives me to be here in this seat. And I'm grateful to the community. The community has entrusted me all these years. And you know, it's just a special place. It's a place why I moved here. It's because of that. And it's pretty special. So I am the lucky one. I'm the lucky one here tonight. And I just say thank you. I'm proud of what we've accomplished. I am grateful to the journey that I've had, and I'm looking forward to continuing to support our students and our community. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm the lucky one. Thank you.
Picture as well. This time you get to be in the middle.
She would be do the honor to come here and take a picture with me as well.
That's right.
One more comment for you.
None of this would happen without her support, so I want to thank her.
As we conclude our special presentations today, I do want to make a couple of quick comments. Dr. Neil Goldman could not join us here. He's one of our trustees, but he does send his love, his appreciation, and his thank yous to each and every one of you that have contributed so much to the district. He apologizes for not being able to be here, but his heart is definitely with us at the Weisboro Unified School District, and thank you on his behalf. He wishes he could have been here, but I'm sure you'll see him around. He's very active and a great addition to our board, so thank you. Okay. All right, that concludes our special presentation, so we're going to go on to our next item, but before we do, maybe you're welcome to stay, but you're also welcome to depart. No, we'll take a 5-minute break. Thank you.
No way.
Wait. No, everyone noticed how they paused Not about half the trust. You did. I was like, wow, she's got it from the heart. She is learning I wasn't there. No. I'm still here. Oh, yeah. This is
So fast. 16, she's a sophomore. Yeah. Yeah. But amazing, but still amazing. Yeah. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I actually think it's better for us because every year is different. I'm grateful for that all the time, is that, yes, we've been in this job for so long, but every year is so uniquely different and has different challenges. And I do feel like that's why you can stay in this position. And summers off and vacation.
We will resume in just a few minutes. I think we lost our superintendent, so he will be back in a couple of minutes.
And normally at the end of the year, my eye starts twitching just because it's a very stressful time of year. Oh. Now it's like.
Oh, no.
Neck. No, no, I think. No. We're good. It's a new moment.
We ready? Okay. Welcome, everyone. We're going to go ahead and resume with our agenda. We are on section 5, which are comments from the public on non-agenda items. And I do have 2 pink slips. Just as a reminder, we do have 20 minutes for public comment. Each speaker is granted 3 minutes to speak to the board. And based on the Brown Act, we cannot respond to the comments. We appreciate your input and thoughts. And I will have the first speaker, Ms. Kelly Shoemaker, please.
If it's green, right? Good evening, Weisburn leadership. Once teachers' calendars turn to May, the end of the school year begins hurtling at us like a freight train. In addition to our day-to-day planning and teaching, we add all the tasks involved with buttoning up the school year. Teachers do not welcome big, unexpected announcements in May, but they seem to have become a tradition in Weisburn. The decision to switch to a full-day schedule made 9 days before the end of the 2020-21 school year was the first. Clarity is kind. Clarity is the antidote to anxiety. Timing is everything. Had this decision been made 2 months earlier or been held off for a year, proper planning and teacher collaboration could have been facilitated and teachers would have felt more prepared for this major shift. The announcement of the collapse of one of the Da Vinci high schools to create a Wiseburn non-charter option weeks before graduation 2023 was another. In the end, it turned out that we had been privy to a conversation that ought to have happened and ought to have been contained to administrative offices. Clarity is kind. Clarity is the antidote to anxiety. Timing is everything. If a collegial joint announcement had been made 2 months earlier, the chaos could have at least been mitigated. There have been 3 unwelcome announcements so far this May. The cancellation of general education summer school well after teacher applications were submitted. News shared by horrified parents that the permits of students with IEPs in certain grade levels had been unexpectedly revoked. And the announcement last week that the principals at Holly Glen in the middle school will swap places. Clarity is kind. Clarity is the antidote to anxiety. Timing is everything. These 3 decisions feel neither kind nor clear. Once again, we are ending a school year with a bitter taste in our mouths. The best teacher appreciation gift in the world would be for you, our Wiseburn leadership, to consider the impact decisions will have on all stakeholders. Clarity is kind. What will the implementation of these decisions or new programs look like, sound like, and feel like to people working and learning in schools? What planning and collaboration needs to be facilitated to ensure successful implementation? Clarity is the antidote to anxiety. How will the why behind this decision be clearly defined so stakeholders understand its importance and support it? And if it is May, please, please consider, can this wait? Because we teachers want to begin ending our school years with joy once again. Timing is everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Our second speaker is Erin Henn.
Hello. Hello. Thank you for having me. My name is Erin Henn. I'm a TK teacher at Holly Glen. I've taught for 19 years and 9 years in the Wiseburn School District. I'm also a community member. My 2 girls are in 7th and 4th grade, so the community means a lot to me. So thank you for being here and supporting us. Yesterday we toured the new kindergarten wing at Holly Glen, and I was very impressed by the size of the rooms, the flooring, the tile, and the carpet. The amount of work that has been accomplished, watching it from the other side, has been really impressive. The fact that 2 teachers can share a small workspace connecting their classroom is amazing. So thank you for the investment in our new wing. I'm here to speak to you tonight because 4 of us will be moving into the new rooms, and there's some concerns with the design choices. We have expressed our professional expertise, and we feel we haven't been heard. I realize the rooms are not yet finished, and I feel it is important to bring this to your attention before the rooms are finalized. My current classroom has an entire wall of storage and another wall of cubbies. I'm sure you can imagine that I have many books, supplies, activities, games, and manipulatives for the students. I have taken some photos of my current space along with the new spaces to give you an idea. In the rooms that we saw yesterday, there was a small row of high-thigh cabinets. The storage would not begin to accommodate the classroom supplies. The idea of flexible storage and design may be appropriate for middle school and high school, but however, not functional for TK. As I mentioned currently, I have state-of-the-art storage in my current room. Moving forward, may I suggest that similar storage to what we have now be installed? I strongly believe that all teachers should be organized for all our students, comparable to the 29 other classrooms at Holly Glen. The year before last, when I was in a different classroom, there was very little storage, and I went to Home Depot and bought bins and garage shelving before moving back onto the main campus. The storage was a big issue for me. I am here to just say, please listen and our concerns. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for your comments. Wendy, do we have any other comments from members of the community online? Okay, great, thank you. Let's see, we are going to move on to section 7 of our agenda. Item 7.1 is board member reports. This time I'm going to start on my right-hand side with Nelson.
Thank you, Roger. Just one comment. It's my favorite board meeting of the year because we get to recognize the long-time honorees and the retirees. And I just want to express my gratitude to all the people that were recognized. Thank you, Michelle. All the people that were recognized tonight. Congratulations again to them and to their families. And to those that are retiring, again, I just want to thank you for your dedication to your career and basically supporting our young minds and guiding them to their futures, and just everything that you do. It's really a special night, and again, wonderful moment. I'm glad to share this. I'm glad we get to do this every year in May. So deep, sincere thank you. I'm sad that I didn't get to say that while they were here, but again, just a deep gratitude. I think in light of tonight and the theme, I think it's fair to say that when you come to Wiseburn, you stay or retire in Wiseburn. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Nelson. We'll go to Michelle.
I would just like to echo that sentiment. This is a very special place, and I've always said it. And I think what Dr. Brand had said really hit me is that the key to success is longevity, and it's that show of commitment to this place that we love. And so I wanted to just echo that. I wanted to just also say thank you as the year is winding down. It is May, and a lot of us like to call it Maycember because it's crazy. And so I just wanted to acknowledge just all the hard work that all the teachers and staff are continuing to make to close up this year. And so, yep, thank you.
Thank you, Michelle. Next, we'll go to Rebecca.
Thanks, Roger. Yep, I just have to echo my colleagues, but I'm going to lean in on the growth that was talked about for all of the people who are here for a long time, for all of the folks who won awards. It was about the fact that they were willing to continue to grow and to learn and to be part of teaching our students, new generations of them. Really grateful. I was really surprised at the number of folks who have actually taught my own kids among the honorees tonight. Among the retirees, among the award winners, among the longevity winners. So, Wiseburn is a small community, and it's really great to see folks stay and be part of it. I did not, if you had asked me a year ago, before we moved here, when my now fourth grader was 8 months old, if we would still be here, I would have told you absolutely not. Like I had never lived somewhere as long as I've lived here, and I can't imagine leaving. In fact, I now own a home here. So it's not going anywhere. But anyways, congratulations to all of the award winners and to all of the longevity recipients. We're really, really grateful for all of your service. And then I just wanted to mention I had the opportunity yesterday, I think with Roger, to listen into some reports on the governor's May revised budget, and I'm sure Sean's going to share more with us maybe about some of the trends that we're hearing. But just know that we're continuing to plan for the budget and its implications and continuing to watch what's happening. We know that there are implications not just for this year, but for years to come in both what has been proposed, what negotiations will happen, We also know that that's happening at the federal level, and those implications we take seriously here too. So I just wanted to acknowledge that as well. And yeah, almost the end, guys. Almost the end of May. We got a 3-day weekend coming up, right? Okay. All right, Roger.
Great. Thank you, Rebecca. Just wanted to reiterate again, thank you to all of our award recipients today. What a wonderful meeting. What a wonderful time to be able to recognize all our contributors here within Wiseburn. I think everyone knows my wife and I have raised our 4 children here in the Wiseburn community, and our youngest is in 11th grade at Da Vinci, but they have all gone through Wiseburn K programs. So we're incredibly grateful and proud of their accomplishments as well. So thank you to all our recipients and all of their teachers and everyone that's contributed to their education and growth. 3 of them have 1 graduate from college, 2 that are in college, and 1 we'll see. He's in the 11th grade, but we have high hopes for him as well, whatever he decides to choose in terms of his path forward. But again, that can only happen with all the tremendous dedication of our Wiseburn staff and custodial services, everyone that contributes. So thank you. Thank you for that. One other comment as well. Thank you, Rebecca, for your comments on the May revise and the budget. Sean has all the answers for us as we move forward. He's going to remove all the uncertainty on the budget issues. No, we share those comments a little bit in jest because there's quite a bit of uncertainty, but just know that we have a great team in Dr. Silvers and Dr. Dougal and Sean and our administrative staff. The budget is a critical issue for us to look at. And as we move forward, we don't have all the answers. In fact, the governor and all of their staff, they're still trying to figure out how much funding we'll have for next year. So we will have to see as we move forward. We will make a solid plan to move forward with some assumptions based on the information that we have at that moment in time. Should it change, which it will, is what we've been told. We'll have to adjust as we go. But our Wiseburn Faculty Association and CSEA, you're tremendous partners with us, and we're going to figure out a fantastic way to move forward. Again, depending on what they share with us, we will definitely be inclusive in all of those conversations as we move forward, because at the end of the day, these are all our children and our students. We have to make the right decisions for them. So more to come on the budget. So that's all I have. And our next item is 7.2 is mathematics update. And I believe there's a presentation by Ms. Holly Compton.
Good evening. I'm so excited to be here with you to share the math update. I've just completed, or I'm about to complete, year 2 with the Wiseburn staff and community. And I have a unique perspective because I get to see all of the classrooms and all of the teachers teaching in their classrooms, but I also get to see the inner workings and planning and all of the details that the teachers and excuse me, put forth in their work. And I wish all of the colleagues were still here that came to the presentation and the awards, but these fine teachers here are some of our best. And we can't say enough how thankful we are for you. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to the teachers too, because I will tell you from my perspective, the teachers put in so much work. They are dedicated and they are a really caring and loving staff. So thank you. This year we have implemented a new math curriculum, which of course is a huge undertaking. Lots of learning and lots of planning went into this year. I just want to say that the teachers put all of their effort into learning this new curriculum, and they came out with solid plans for next year moving forward. We took a lot of notes this year. Every single team and every single grade took notes online in our Google Docs so that we were more prepared, or that we are prepared for next year as we are making minor shifts and changes in what we are doing this year. I will say our upper grade teachers just finished SBAC testing, and they did say that it looked very challenging this year, and we really felt confident in the rigor that we achieved this year with our students in Eureka Math Squared. So I'm grateful for all of the work that the teachers put in. And we also have been on our PLC journey. That's our professional learning communities. We have had members of our guiding coalition attending CAPS trainings. And another unique perspective is I don't just get to see the CAPS trainings and you go to the training and then you come back and nothing changes, right? We have been going to these CAPS trainings, and I will tell you, and I'm sure Ms. Lugaspi can tell you too, because I know you've done these trainings as well. They are so impactful. I have really watched teachers who are already great level up and shift and change and grow. And I have been nothing short of impressed with the work that they have done. And I keep saying I'm so excited for my own daughter, Callie, to enter TK. I'm a resident here in Holly Glen. So she'll be in TK in a couple of years, and I'm super excited that she gets to have a chance to learn from our wonderful teachers who have been on their path too. Let's see. We had release days this year for grades K to 5. And we really put our heads together on what we wanted to focus on. We had talked about last year essential standards, and we had identified them, but turns out in our CAPS training, we learned that we may have over-identified because we thought everything was essential, right? So you have to kind of whittle down. So we've really been working on that this year. And it has been a true joy to see the teachers working together. We had our last one today, which was our kindergarten team. And there's so much knowledge that comes from that team, which is a wealth of information. One of our retirees is on that team. So it's a wonderful, wonderful group of people to work with. I want to say that the collaboration that the teachers have done this year has been very intentional. In the PLC trainings, they say, they use a phrase called co-blaboration. You're not supposed to get together and just chit chat. You're supposed to get together and collaborate and work. And that is what they do. So we have been really intentional with the work that we have done this year, using our curriculum maps and thinking about how to infuse CGI into the work that we're doing with mathematics. Lastly, I've gotten to pop into classrooms to see teachers in action, which has been really wonderful for me, getting into so many rooms and classrooms and just seeing everybody at work. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you do. I'm grateful for this opportunity to talk to the board tonight.
Thank you. Right. Blake, I'm going to turn it over to you for district leadership reports.
All right, I'm going to take it away. I don't think there are any updates from the team today, right? Nothing. Just want to verify.
Okay, Sean has quite a bit, right?
Yeah, I think he's ready for his, he's going to give an update on the May revise right now.
Yeah, I could give a brief overview right now,
No.
just kind of talking points, but I mean, we'll go into much more detail when we adopt the budget.
Yeah, and also I think, Sean, we're putting together a committee. We're going to have the budget committee meeting too. We'll be able to give some more detail there now that the second interim's out and the school service is out. So we'll get to you all on that.
Let's do that.
And be able to go through it. So perfect. Okay. So I'll just take it away then, Roger. Should I just go? Okay.
Let's go on to superintendent report, yes.
Okay. Just want to say, it really is like one of the best days of the year, to be able to, I'd say last Wednesday was pretty cool. And this one really is a special day. And I want to thank the teachers for showing up, both for their colleagues and actually for the recognition. I mean, we have to recognize it is the end of the school year. CAPS testing has been going on. I mean, there's just events all over the place. Open houses and SLC last night. We had a musical production a couple weeks ago, and just there's a lot going on in May. A lot going on, and we're getting to this. I can't wait for this 3-day weekend, but we're getting close to this 3-day weekend, and so I just want to thank you all for those that are here, those that left, just for being here and for celebrating your colleagues, your friends, and also being able to celebrate you for the time. So thank you for that. it reminded me, my daughters came home. For those of you that don't know, I have a daughter that's going to go into senior year in college and another one that's going to be going into sophomore year. I know the first thing you're going to say is you don't look that old to have daughters as a senior. And I know I'm just kidding, everybody. What I do want to say is when they came home, it's when you're in college, obviously you're coming home in May. One of the first things that they said is they wanted to go see their teachers. They wanted to go to Dana and see their teachers. And as a parent, as an educator, that's a big deal, right? As a parent, just to know that your kids want to go see their teachers from middle school, it's pretty special. And so I just want to say, to the extent that you all can share that with your colleagues, Robin, I know you're here. I mean, it's truly special that my kids saw such value in that very important time in their life that's something that they remembered and came home. So it just really, really resonates with me how important, you all are, to our kids. And thank you. So thank you for that. Also want to share, I want to point out a kid. I want to thank Da Vinci Schools, and I'm speaking about Newsies. We had a wonderful, musical that aired, or showed a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing. The kids were amazing. I believe I shared that at the last board meeting. I talked about, just the amazingness of it. But when I say Da Vinci Schools, there were a group of kids that came and were like the tech hands, or is that what you call it, tech hands or tech, okay, tech crew or something. And there was this one young, one young man that was doing the sound on Friday night. It was a kind of a tough night for sound, but prior to being a tough night for sound, he was there. I mean, he was so engaged. He's hiding behind this wall. I could see him, from where I was sitting, but he's hiding behind this wall. I guess that's part of the deal. And he was so engaged, not only with the music, but he was directing. It was just, when you see kids doing that and seeing kids like take that type of leadership role, it's really, really amazing and impressive. And he was that. And then things went wrong. And I mean, his care, I mean, he was so upset that this was going, but I know he just wanted it to be so good. And, he didn't, something happened with the Bluetooth and all that. That's another joke, but I won't say it publicly. We'll talk about that later. But his response to that was just, I mean, I don't know, it was heartwarming, not wrenching, to see him, the care that he had for his role in that, and just seeing some of the high school students come back and give back to the community and give back to the younger kids. I think his name was EJ. That's what I've heard. So I'm just going to say EJ, and really, really thought that was it was just awesome to watch that. It's like the little stories, within the big story. And we do want to have our musical group come back and present them to the board at one point. So maybe EJ will join. But I just wanted to say that. I also wanted to share, I had an opportunity to go to SLC last night, student-led conferences at the middle school. And that's always a special day. I had two parents come up to me. I wasn't there a long time. So in that time, I had two parents come up to me who are new to our district, 6th grade families, that were really, I mean, they were amazed by the teachers, by the setup, by the questions, by, I know 8th graders do an exit interview, but these were younger kids, just being able to present their portfolio and just to see that practice still going on and going strong is really, really, it's just an awesome thing to see. So wanted to, it's always nice when parents stop you and say something's good, I mean, it's really a nice thing. And so I was thankful for that, and thankful for the teachers that were here last night. Some are here again tonight. So just a lot going on there. Lastly, I want to thank, I know Robin and Dee Dee are here today, our WFA leadership. Thank you for your collaboration this year. Thank you for really being advocates for the teachers and for the counselors and all those people. I just think it's just a really, you guys, teachers are in good hands, with the advocacy, and the support, and again, problem solving and all of that. And as we get to the end of the year, I was a union vice president and negotiator. I get it. And I know that, your hearts are all in the right place, and just thank you, from the bottom of my heart for the work that you've done this year. I just appreciate it. So thank you. That's all I have today.
Thank you, Blake. Next, we're going to go to section 8 of our agenda, which are public comments on items that are on the agenda. So Wendy, do we have any comments online? Seeing none in the room? Okay, we're going to move on to section 9. Section 9 is consent agenda items. Is there a motion to approve item 9.1 that encompasses 9.2 through 9.5?
You have a motion for 9.1?
Nelson, a second? Rebecca? Any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. Next is section 10, which are our action items. Item 10.1, rejection of claims against the district. Is there a motion? Motion from Nelson. A second?
Second.
Michelle, any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 10.2 is to approve settlement agreement, OAH, case number 20250-30652. Is there a motion to approve? Becca, a second?
Again.
So any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries 4-0. Item 10.3 is to approve local.
Sorry, just Roger, real quick. I know, I'm sorry, I was going to share it earlier, but we did remove that presentation. We're actually removing that. It's the same item associated with the presentation for the local indicator. And, you know, I just want to say this was an administrative mistake on my part. We had it thinking we were going to do it the last meeting, but realized we need to do it in conjunction with the LCAP. And I just kicked it over to the next meeting instead of kicking it over to meetings. So it showed up. Sorry, I missed it. But we'll pull it. Same presentation. We'll put on the next. And you all got it in your update, so at least you had a couple extra weeks to look at it. And if you have any questions, happy to answer them.
Do you need a motion to table?
So is there a motion to pull item 10.3?
You have a motion to pull item 10.3.
Motion from Nelson, a second?
Second.
Rebecca, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So we pulled the presentation, but forgot to pull.
Right.
Correct.
So the actual report, great. So both of them have been pulled now.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Blake. Item 10.4 is to receive board policies for second reading and adoption. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Michelle, a second?
Second.
Nelson, any comments or questions? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. Next is section 11, which is facilities. Let me make sure. Yes. Item 11.1 is amendment number 1 to an agreement for Holly Glen TK Playground project to the lab of record for consulting services with Fennel Engineering and Testing.
Is there any objection to take in all these facility items? 11.1 through 10, I think.
So I could read if we took these, it would be 11.1. We would not be voting on 11.3,
And
2, 3, and 7. So we could take it as a slate without 2, 3, and 7 if the board so chooses.
2, 3, and yes.
I would like a motion on what Blake just said.
We would be, the motion would be for 11.1, 11.4, 11.5, 11.6, 11.8, 11.9, and 11.10.
That's it. So moved.
All right.
Second.
Motion from Nelson, a second from Rebecca. Any comments or questions?
I have one comment, if I can make it. I just want to say the reason for pulling the 3 of those items were related to the SLC relocation. And the reason we're pulling that is because we were waiting for today, hoping the DSA, the Division of State Architect, would approve the plans. And as of 4:30, they had not. So unfortunately, there's 3 items that are all associated with that move that we'll have to bring back to the board. And just, for probably more information than we need right now, but we are having to look at a potential contingency plan for our futures program and our SLC program for summer school, but also for the start of the new school year in the event that we can't get the permanent foundation down, the buildings moved and put up before then. So we are working. I know Matt's been really helpful with Da Vinci trying to help us find some space as well. So there will be a plan. We'll get it, but it's just why we're pulling it for now.
And those items, we look at bringing them back once DSA has approved the project. So those will be on a future agenda item. The project's still going to move forward, but just at a different time.
Sure, absolutely. Hopefully the next meeting.
Great. Okay. So I have a motion from Nelson, a second from Rebecca for those items. Is no more comments or questions? I'll take a vote. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you. Motion carries 4-0. Section 12 is fiscal to approve an agreement with Quarter Creative LLC. Is there a motion? Nelson, Rebecca, any comments or questions? Here,
Comment just, yeah.
Sure.
The value
Rebecca?
that Rebecca adds to Erica.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rebecca. Erica
Rebecca.
adds, and Rebecca.
Yeah, Rebecca.
That Erica adds, we see evidence of it every single day that I open up my phone. So happy to approve this agreement.
Thank you, Michelle. Rebecca?
Yeah, along the same lines, just really grateful for all the work that Erica and her team continue to do to help us with a variety of things, seen and unseen, with regard to how we communicate, what we share, how we share it, and engage our community and all of that. Just an integral part of the team here. So grateful that we continue to have our services.
So two highlights that I would point out is one that pretty much and I've shared this publicly before, pretty much every comment that's made on social media is responded to. That a parent makes a comment, there's a response to it. That's not easy. I mean, that takes a ton of time. It's a lot of, and sometimes it's tricky responses. It's not always a response that, is just right off the top. So, that's one. Also, there's this whole piece on, we're 36% permit, district. And so marketing, enrollment is absolutely critical, as you all know. And Erica has really helped us revamp our tours. And enrollment is looking really strong for next year, at least, preliminarily. And our parents have come up to me and parents that are touring have come up to me and just said the level of professionalism that's gone into the tours has been really has been outstanding to them. That's really a lot, of the work Erica is doing behind the scenes. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't include Dr. Ingram in that as well. But certainly from the communication side and based for this particular agenda item, I want to thank Erica for that as well.
Thank you, Blake. I have a motion from Nelson, a second from Rebecca, and all those wonderful comments as well that I echo and second. Thank you very much. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries 4-0.
I'm sorry, I know we talk Erica, but Erica's like a team, right? This isn't just Erica. There's like 3 or 4 people and they do different things, within the group. So just point that out.
Okay. That is our last action item. Blake, do we have need for a closed session? A second close?
I don't.
We do not. Okay. Our next board meeting is scheduled for June 9th, which is not on a typical Thursday. We had to make some adjustments because of all of the wonderful promotions and graduations that are happening in June. So we're adjusting our board calendar as well so that we can have an opportunity to also attend those. And I'm sure you all want to be there as well. So our next meeting will be on June 9th. Thank you, everyone. We're going to conclude our meeting, but I do want to wrap this meeting up with saying thank you. Thank you again for everything you do for our wonderful Wiseburn Unified School District community on a day-to-day basis. Thank you, and we'll see you at the promotion ceremonies and graduations. Thank you. Have a good evening. Thank you.